It's sunnier than most days. You'll never see the sky if you keep looking down. I know that you're in it, hoping that you'll be okay.
Hello, my name is Chai. Welcome to my channel. So first up, let's introduce who is Chloe Ting. Chloe Ting is an Australian fitness YouTuber who has a huge ass following on YouTube.
Juicy on the inside and crispy on the outside.
And personally, how I knew about her is that whenever I tell my friends I'm doing home workouts or YouTube workouts, they'll be like, oh, are you doing the Chloe Ting one? And for me, what really made me want to try Chloe Ting's workouts is that one of my friends who doesn't really like exercise, like she's the kind who wouldn't really even want to go for an evening walk, she actually told me during our 1 hour lunch break in between an 8-hour consecutive class that she wants to go do a Chloe Ting workout during her lunch break. And I was like, because let's be real, even I don't do that. So obviously I have to experience for myself the power of Chloe Ting, where she can even make my friend who doesn't really like exercise to exercise during our precious 1 hour lunch break. Yup. So that's the backstory why I'm trying out her workouts. Okay, so let's first talk about the general structure of this entire challenge. The challenge is for 28 days, which honestly is the longest workout challenge I've tried so far. The workout plan was also very accessible and easy to find. You just have to go onto her website, click on the free program tab, and you'll be able to find all the plans she's ever posted. As you can see, everything is really organized, and she even has the thumbnails here for all the workouts every day, so that you won't get confused like how I did in my previous workout challenges. And the workout sessions were not too long and not too short. Most were about 30 to 40 minutes, and there were even some days where it's only 20 or 25 minutes. So I think it's pretty doable for even people with a full-time job, especially for some who might be working from home right now. But don't be offended or anything if I'm wrong, because I'm just a broke college student who is staying at home right now. So now on to what I think about the actual workouts. Overall, I think the challenge focused a lot on HIIT, abs and butt workouts, so I'm just going to give my own personal difficulty rating as well as share a bit about how I felt during each category of her workouts, because it just occurred to me that this challenge is 28 days long. So if I were to give my review on every single day, this video is gonna be very, very, very long. First off, this challenge had about 27 videos on rotation for the 28 days. 5 were new for this challenge and the rest were her older videos. But somehow when I was doing the workouts, I felt like her moves were more or less the same in each video. So honestly, things did get a teeny tiny bit repetitive sometimes. For her ab workouts, they were mainly a lot of planks, just with tiny variations throughout the entire video. And of course there were ab workouts that were on our backs, but this is the overall impression I got whenever I did her ab workouts, that I was holding a plank most of the time. And for me, I think the reason is because she really likes to work both abs and arms at the same time, because there were hardly any days where I'm just working my arms, and I think there are definitely pros and cons to this. I think it's really great that she designed her workouts in a way that you really do not need any equipment at all in order to get a good workout. It really showed me how I could maximize the use of my own body weight whenever I did moves like planks, push-ups and these clap positions. And it made me realize I really do not need much in order to get a challenging workout. But that being said, I also just kind of miss doing arm workouts with dumbbells, just because I think those type of workouts were more effective for training my arms when I'm still actually not strong enough to lift my own body weight.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But she usually does throw in some wild card, more harder ab moves at the end of her workouts. So overall, I'll still rate her workouts 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Because her ab workouts were still pretty damn hard despite whatever I said just now. As for her butt workouts, I think butt days were the days where I felt the repetition at its worst, because she normally likes to do 3 butt videos back to back in one day. But the problem for me was that since all her moves were nearly the same in each video, I kind of felt only one exact same part of my butt working, and the longer the workout session went on, the more I couldn't do the moves that well, because that one muscle just felt so overworked while all the other parts of my butt just felt like a little bit neglected. I mean, this is what I personally felt. It could be just that I'm not strong enough yet, or I'm doing her moves with the wrong form. And I'm actually pretty curious if I'm the only one who feels this way. So if anyone watching this has felt a similar way or knows what I'm doing wrong, please leave a comment down below. I would really appreciate it. So overall, I would rate this butt workout an 8 out of 10 because the moves were still pretty tough to me after I added a resistance band. And it was actually a very solid workout if you want to feel your butt cheeks on fire.
Goodness, holy god. Oh my god, holy crap.
The amount of sweat I have is not even funny. As for HIIT workouts, I'm probably not the best person that you should get your opinion from, and I will tell you more about that later. But overall, I think her HIIT workouts were pretty solid, but also basic as well, like all her other workouts. What I think was great is that she does give you a 5 to 10 second break throughout her workout. So for me, that was a really good time for me to not only catch my breath, but also to position myself for the next workout. Because whenever workout videos don't give breaks, I usually just miss at least 5 to 10 seconds of each move, and it might take even longer if I'm confused on how to do that move. So yes, I really appreciated the not too long or short breaks that she gives in between. And I think she also strikes a really good balance in terms of intensity on her HIIT days. On days with longer HIIT sessions, she usually combines one intense and another less intense video, whereas if there was only 10 minutes of HIIT, it would usually just be a short and intense and brutal section. So overall, if you ask me to describe chloetingchallenge challenge in just one phrase, it would be unexpectedly hard. People need to give her more credit. Her workouts aren't actually as easy as I thought they would be. So I'm very pleasantly surprised and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's rest day. Because I went into it sort of thinking that it will be a bit chill since I saw other YouTube videos previously saying that her workouts are a bit easier and more beginner friendly compared to the other YouTube workouts. But boy, was I wrong. Because I worked out a good sweat every single day, and I'm not exaggerating when I say every single day. The workout was very super hard. I'm really sorry. Somehow the workouts always make me sweat a lot, even though they don't want to hit. Oh my god. I think that was a really hard arm workout. I couldn't do some of the moves, so it wasn't easy. She's so strong. And I think people should give her more credit. And there were some moves that I still cannot do till this day. Shit. So I was definitely challenged throughout this workout. And maybe by now you'd be wondering, so Chai, since you said her summer shred was challenging and all that, then why didn't it work for you? So in order to illustrate my point, I will show you my results and then I'll go more into it after that. As you can see from the pictures and my measurements over here, aside from a very slight decrease in the measurement of my thighs and arms, my butt and waist remained more or less the same at the end of this challenge, which was quite surprising for me because my waist is usually the place where I would see progress the fastest. And from this side view, you can tell there wasn't much change in terms of my lower belly fat, but that also wasn't that surprising for me since it's an area I struggle with the most all this while. But what I did find interesting was that my stomach seemed overall flatter in my second week compared to the fourth week. Even though I don't really know the main cause of all this, I did come up with a few theories as to why there wasn't much progress from week 2 onwards, so stay tuned if you want to know what I think. Okay, so where do I start? First, I want to make it clear that this section is not going to be me bashing Chloe Ting about how I think her workouts are not effective, stupid, because no, this channel is not about being mean, bringing people down and all that negativity, because for me, this channel is a place where I can reflect and improve myself when things don't turn out according to plan. So if you're prepared to listen to why I think her challenge didn't work for me, sit tight and keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is the repetition. So even though I've already mentioned that her workouts can get a little bit repetitive, I'm personally not a person who minds repetition that much, believe it or or not, and this can go two ways for me. In a good case scenario, by doing something over and over again, I'll be able to improve on that particular move, and I definitely saw this in moves that I was genuinely excited about. I think I'm improving, but there's this one move that I can't do. It's the plank to the bear position. I don't know what to call it. I'm going to try doing it again because I just want to be able to do it. I've been doing this workout for like a few times by now. Okay, conclusion guys, it's very hard. I still can't do it, even after watching her for like a good 10 seconds. A good example would be these plank tuck jump thingies that she had in her ab video. I really noticed an improvement as I kept on repeating this move over the 28 days. I literally went from not understanding the move to being able to do it, and then I was eventually able to feel my core at the end of the challenge. It definitely made me feel super empowered when I went from I will never be able to do this, what is this? And then seeing myself slowly improve each day as I put my focus on getting the moves right to end up to this. However, the problem with me is that this only happened in moves that I found either really cool and exciting or moves that I want to master. But when it came to very basic moves, especially in the butt and hip videos, the first workout is okay, it's always okay. The second one, I'm okay, like I still can do it. And the third one is just really, I think it's like if the first workout was already challenging, like the moves were already very hard, and the second and third one is exactly the same, I'm someone who would somewhat feel a little bit demotivated because like I constantly feel like I can't do the workout. It's like I kind of dread the workout because I know the third video would be more or less the same as the first and second video. So in conclusion, for this repetition thing, I definitely think it's very useful for someone who wants to improve as long as you have the right mindset when you're doing the workouts. But personally, it just didn't work well for me because I'm someone who requires a little bit of excitement to stay motivated. And the second reason why I think this challenge didn't work for me is because I've come to realize I really do not like HIIT. Yes, I finally admitted this to myself, but after doing this challenge for the entire month, I've come to accept that I really do not like HIIT. I initially saw it as a good thing because it was something new and challenging for me when I first started doing workout challenges, but after officially finishing my third workout challenge, I've come to accept that I don't really like the sore feeling that I feel in my knees whenever I jump or squat too much. And it's another HIIT day with abs. So today, I decided to do something a bit different. I'm going to try wearing shoes to do HIIT today. Because I feel like HIIT is always a lot of jumping. And why I hate jumping partly is because my knees always hurt after jumping. So today, I'm going to try wearing shoes to do my HIIT workout. So I'm going to see if there's any difference. And yeah. Or the too out of breath feeling whenever I'm doing my HIIT workouts because it's just really uncomfortable. Today's workout was insane. And yes, I'm very aware that most workout challenges, especially ones that are targeted for weight loss, would include HIIT workouts because apparently HIIT is very good to achieve that afterburn effect, meaning that you actually burn calories even after you finish your workout. And plus, I honestly think it's just very convenient because literally anyone can work out as long as they have a little bit of space in their house. And I just want to disclaim that this is not because Chloe's workouts were particularly bad or anything. In fact, they were perfectly fine. It's just that after doing HIIT workouts consistently as my cardio for the entire month has made me realize how I don't actually really enjoy HIIT workouts. And for me, I see this realization as a good thing really because I've come to learn that it's okay if I don't like a workout that everybody seems to like, and that I'm not a weak or lazy person for not liking a too intense workout that leaves me very out of breath. I can't anymore guys. I'm taking a break again. Because most of the time I just really don't feel good doing it, and as the challenge progressed, I even came to dread my workouts a little bit. Challenge, and again it's a HIIT day after one day of break, and today I'm a little bit nervous because the HIIT is like an entire 25 minutes long, and I realized HIIT and me, we're not best friends. And to me, that's a warning sign that something is wrong and amiss, because for me, getting to move my body and staying active shouldn't be something that I dread. So does this all mean that I will never ever do a HIIT workout ever again in my life? The answer is no, because I still think it's a good workout to challenge myself, but I'll probably not do it as often as I did in this workout challenge because it's really just not sustainable for me to force myself to do something that I don't really enjoy. In fact, after this challenge, I took an entire week of exercising and just did some Pilates and walked around my neighborhood. And for the past 2 days, I even started jogging again, and I realized I like how jogging elevates my heart rate, but not too much, just to a moderate pace, so it's nothing too crazy. Plus, I also like the very relaxed and calm feeling that I get after a jog, which is really nice. So the main message that I want to give is that you really do not need to feel bad if you do not like a workout that is so-called more effective or burns more calories or that everybody else seems to enjoy. What's most important in my opinion is that you like what you're doing, because that's really what's going to keep you going in the long run. And the third and final main reason why Chloe Ting's challenge just didn't work for me is that I was seriously lacking sleep throughout the challenge. And now you may wonder, what does sleep have anything to do with this? Okay, now it's time for some science. So, apparently when you sleep less, your body tends to produce a hormone called cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And what this hormone does is that when there's an increase of this hormone in your body, your appetite tends to get bigger, aka you're going to eat more. Plus, you also tend to hold on to your belly fat and also gain weight at the abdominal area. I know all this is very science, and please don't take my word for it because I'm a law student, not a medical student. But there were really a lot of articles, even on Google, that says this. So I think there's definitely some truth to it. But that being said, there's also no actual proof that stress was the reason why I couldn't see results. But what I definitely did notice due to my lack of sleep is that I'm usually too tired to, in the words of Chloe Ting, slash my workouts. Because truth is, most of the time I just feel too sluggish to actually push myself as much as I like. My performance games, especially during HIIT, I find that I can't really push myself. I'm always struggling most of the time, which is what I did not experience when I was doing other YouTubers' workouts. So I don't know if I'm just weak right now, or Chloe thinks workout really hard, or is it just because I'm not having enough rest? So yeah. And even though HIIT isn't my most favorite thing in the world, it was still very alarming to see myself so out of breath during most of the workouts. I just felt really weak and had to take a lot of breaks. I literally took breaks for at least 3 to 4 times in this 38 minutes, so that's a lot. I'm just gonna watch all the ads because I'm gonna take that break. And it worried me so much to the point that I thought I'd gotten COVID. I'm just really scared that I might have gotten COVID now, but I don't know. I don't think so because I haven't been going out that often, to be honest. Which luckily I didn't. So what I'm trying to say is that even though exercise and food is important to reach your goals, please do not take your rest for granted. So, as you can see, aside from the repetition point, a lot of my problems were not because of how Chloe structured her workout challenge, but they were problems unique to my circumstance. So hopefully anyone who's watching this would still find this helpful, because I think it's really problems that anybody would face at some point in their life. And finally, this review wouldn't be complete if I didn't give a review on what do I think of Chloe Ting as a fitness influencer and a human being in general. What I like about Chloe is that she does try to make a healthy lifestyle much more easier and approachable, especially for people who are just starting out on their fitness journey. Because after watching quite a lot of her videos, just inspired me to cook more because of how easy she makes cooking healthy look in her meal prep and meal idea videos.
Let's start. Chop my fingers, please. Don't chop my fingers. Peppers, little bell peppers.
So in conclusion, I'm still very glad to have tried this summer shred challenge because this month has not only led me to understand my workout preferences a lot better, it has also made me realize that a healthy lifestyle is not just about exercising more or eating healthier, it's also things like learning how to cope with your stress better. And also now whenever someone asks me, have you tried Chloe Ting's videos, I can proudly say to them that I did, and I'm just very glad that I can give an educated opinion on it after this entire experience. So this is the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this review as well as me sharing my own personal experience helpful, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye!